The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Power Trading Hour, with your host, David White. Now, the author of The Path of Least Resistance and the Tech Insider, David White.
And how's everybody doing today? A gorgeous day out there. It was a little rainy here earlier, but on my trip out here to the office, a beautiful day to go across the causeway if you've ever been down here. But just beautiful. It is Monday, July 16th. It's National Get Out of the Doghouse Free Day. If you're in trouble with someone you love, today's your day for a reprieve. And of course, since it's a national day, they have to give it to you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I was looking for pictures of dog houses on the internet. I found out, boy, people can get pretty elaborate. I've always had mine in, of course, their Sky Kennel, but I don't know. I saw some pretty neat. I like this one the best. But kind of interesting. Anyway, it is July 16th. We've got a market that's kind of flat for all purposes. Tried to sell off on the open and went down 7-8 points on the S&P. We're off about 2 points right now. Trying to push this market up, but I think pushing on a string. 1.6 billion shares with 2 hours to go shows that we'll probably come up with about 2.8 billion shares before the end of the day if we're lucky. This means that we have both pullbacks and advances on very, very light volume. This is a market that likes to jump. It looks like it's being pushed around for options expiration. It could go sideways for the entire week. I'm going to remain short as long as I can. I don't think that there's much risk to the upside. Maybe still, maybe 15 points on the S&P to the top, possibly. It could fail at any minute as far as I'm concerned. And probably 80 points down. I think we're just 1 day away from actually having the movement around. And let's see if I can do a little bit of setup here for us. But we should be there. Now, hopefully, I'll have it on Tiger TV here today and see my wonderful little dog house in there and the little, what is that? Probably not a Bouchon, probably a Shih Tzu. I think that's a Shih Tzu. My mom had one of those. Had the roughest little tongue on it, just like wet sandpaper on you. Liked to come down there and wake me up when I was visiting. And what a very cool dog. Cuddles was her dog. What a great little dog. Of course, she ruined it by feeding it human food, and it died at about age 9. This week, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Volcker Rule. This is coming up. Supposedly, it was supposed to go into effect, I think, in about 10 days. The concept of the Volcker Rule was to prevent banks from using their clients' money, which is FDIC insured, to make potential risky trades and leave taxpayers on the hook because, of course, it was FDIC insured money that they were betting with. The Volcker Rule is modified on the Depression-era Glass-Steagall Act, which prevented a commercial bank, which takes deposits, from doing any trading at all. Volcker is often called the Glass-Steagall Light because rather than forbidding commercial banks to trade entirely, it allows some trading to occur in those institutions as long as it's hedging. Well, the problem is the exact same problem with the law on pornography. The Justice Potter Stewart in 1964 was famous for using the phrase, "I know it when I see it." And this had to do with some, I think, either pornographic magazine or newspaper or a film or something. I can't remember. I think it was a film, actually. But the famous 1964 ruling basically came down to, I know it when I see it, but since you can't describe it, we really can't outlaw it. That's the real problem. What is the difference between hedging and actual betting? Right now, we're seeing a huge decrease in volume in the stock markets, and it's coming right up on when this is actually supposed to go into effect. To my knowledge, it's not going to. I think that they already talked in the springtime about maybe needing more time. I kind of go back to my first interview that we ever had on the Power Trading Hour, and it was one of the FTIC gentlemen. Tom's had him on a couple of times. I remember how really jazzed he was that they had 250 new regulations to put on. Here it is, almost 2 years later. They've got 1/3 of them actually written. The rest of them still either unfinanced or just no one knows how to actually write them, because Congress doesn't write laws anymore. They just make huge broad strokes and expect these regulatory bodies to actually implement them into some kind of law that will work. I thought that the Constitution said that Congress will make the laws, but that seems like they're just too busy to actually get into actually making laws. They want these broad kind of ideas and let the regulatory bodies actually write the laws, and maybe approve them later, or maybe not, or it seems just so wrong. But anyway, I suspect that some of these, at least part of this Volcker rule, is going to be dropped on for political reasons fairly shortly. And I think that a lot of what we're seeing is these big broker-dealer banks that have access to investor money are making sure that they don't have to exit stage left real quick. And we're seeing that in those trading volumes like we see today. Normally when I would come in, when we started at 3 o'clock, I would see something like 2.5 billion shares or so, or more, up to 3 billion shares by 3 o'clock, and maybe we get to 4.5 billion shares by the end of the day. 1.6 billion shares is just incredibly light. At the bottoms, you want to buy these. At the tops, you want to sell them and maybe short them. Maybe I'm going to be wrong and take a small loss by being short in this market, but I'd rather be short today than long. You always have to do the odds, and mine say 15 points higher or 80 points lower, and it could happen on any one of these earnings statements changing it. The reason I can't think that we're going to go through 1370 no matter what the Fed says, or I think he's coming out and going to blab tomorrow, but I suspect that's going to be when the market really cracks, because I suspect he's going to say absolutely nothing about QE3. That's probably going to come in I think it's the 5th or 6th of August at the next FOMC meeting. I'll try to get that during the break, but I was pretty sure it was during the first week of August. And I don't think that you're going to see anything in that. Part of the bounce on Friday was some Fed governor saying he was leaning more to some kind of accommodation, but didn't come right out and say QE3. Actually, most of the Fed board has said that QE2 really didn't get much for their bang, and they're going to have to try to find something else. So QE3 may be totally blown, but they may try to find some other thimble rig way of getting this market up before they go. Anyway, just keep an eye on this. My guess is that that it will come through here, and probably sooner rather than later, especially when you look at the kind of political rhetoric that the president is currently using. My guess is that we are going to see some kind of Volcker rule actually installed, and probably in a very short time. San Bernardino sinks bankruptcy protection. We talked a little bit about this last week. They were the third city in California to seek bankruptcy protection. Probably the most interesting thing is over the weekend, they are trying to use eminent domain to go around people that have foreclosed homes. What the banks are doing is saying we're still in the foreclosing procedure, so therefore we don't own the actual building. And of course, California is doing enough of itself to sit there and drag its feet. So no one's paying any kind of home taxes, housing taxes on these foreclosed homes. And in I think San Bernardino and a couple of counties right around them is the highest foreclosure rate in America. And it's really hurting their bottom line. So they're thinking that they can force these banks by eminent domain to take over these mortgages and then pop them back out at the current rate and basically sell them back to the same people that were condemned in them. So I don't know. It seems extra legal to me, but apparently that's not very important anymore. Just like I said, Constitution kind of being used as toilet paper lately these days. Nexus 7s are sold out. I talked very highly about these tablets from Google. This Nexus 7 at $200 is at least twice as good as the products at those low-end levels, especially those from Amazon. Snapfast, I went and looked at one last Friday on my way home, because there is a GameStop right up from the corner, and they had a little sign out from them, so I decided to stop on my way home. Spent a couple of minutes playing with it. I've heard a lot about it, read the reviews. I think all of them are right. Knockdown, drag out, fight. This is head and shoulders above the Amazon and Nook products for being very, very snappy, very, very quick, very intuitive interface. I don't know much about the battery life yet. Probably going to find out a little bit more. But for $200, if you're looking for a tablet, I like it personally just as well as the Apple product. I know Apple has a few more things like the cameras in it. But when you talk about $200 to maybe $600, not a bad deal. Pretty cool. Clack is shipping their 400 nanometer capable tools now. KLAC, for those people who want to look at the chart. 400 nanometer capable tools means the size of the wafer that can be worked on over what they have now, which is a 300 millimeter wafer, is about, well, let me put it this way. They actually, in the industry, they call them 12-inch wafers, which is what they use now. By using a 450 millimeter wafer, i.e. 18-inch pizza, think about one that big, they can actually cut costs by about 25-30% by going to these larger size wafers. Anyway, Clack's actually kicking these out. 450 millimeter wafers will probably be good to about 10 nanometers for the actual circuitry. Intel right now is hitting around 22 nanometers for their newest chips. They're saying it's going to be about a year out for 14 nanometer. So getting some stuff out there that for extra small, extra power sipping chips. Anyway, we'll be right back in just a minute.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her Small Cap Roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you gain access to each host charts and computer screen as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, Dave White, Larry Pezzavento, or Victor Jones, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV yet, then visit TFNN.com today to see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to archives of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage at TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
As we get back, we're looking at wafers. If you didn't know what one looked at, each one of those small little things that looks kind of like a tiny little stamp is an individual circuit. They cut these up, of course, after these, but they kind of look like CD discs. In fact, originally they were the exact same size as a CD, 5 1/4 inch or something. Of course, they've gone from that to 9 inches to 12 inches and now to 18 inches, all lowering the cost of electronics. Right now, though, the problem is only the people that can actually use this stuff is pretty much Intel. No one's been able to get down much past 28 nanometer technology for integrated chips. Of course, Intel at 22, and they say in 2013 going to 14. So certainly looks like Intel is going to own at least the super high capacity chips with very low power. I'm wondering if they're going to be able to actually get into the ARM business, some of these other chips or cell phone business. But it certainly looks they're going head first into getting chips that could rapidly compete with that market, not based solely on design, but manufacturing process. So I'm kind of high on Intel here, as long as they lead the way and CLAC actually starting to ship technology to take us there. Talked a little bit about Amazon going same-day delivery. Certainly looks like a fairly interesting idea, and going after, Target and maybe a lot of other companies where you could actually buy something. Not only are they working with UPS and FedEx to do same-day delivery, but I found out over the weekend they're also have apparently in some city, I didn't find out which one, a way that you could order your stuff, and on the way home you can stop by your local CVS or Walgreens, and they put in lockers with a PIN code. So your invoice and your box is there. You just go to a bunch of lockers on the side of the building, stop by and pick up your product. So maybe, I guess CVS's and Walgreens, pretty close to everybody, but they're going to actually try also your own pickup. So maybe this is going to be one of the ones where I read you could actually pick stuff up later in the day instead of having it shipped to your house. Like maybe if you have an order in at 4 o'clock, you can still pick it up at CVS that night or something. Brings up some very interesting ideas about just in time. If you could order something at 4 o'clock and still pick it up at 8 o'clock that night, pretty interesting idea. Amazon's probably been the premier online store, and certainly looks like they can continue now that they've given up on taxes, finding ways to actually go after the marketplace on delivery. IPOs this week, we've got a ton of them. We're going to go that. I got a question in the den. I'm going to handle that probably right after the break. Let me get through these IPOs. Dura Therapeutics is going to be IPOing. I think almost every one of these is on Friday. I think there's a reason why. They want a nice flat market, and everything looks like they're trying to get this market to expire at 12 or 13.50 on Friday so far. At least the light volume. Let's see what I've got here for volume again as I check. So we're flat on the S&Ps here now. 1.76 billion shares, still incredibly light volume. Anyway, Dura Therapeutics, DRTX, developing a phase 3 antibiotic candidate for acute skin infections. Plans to raise $75 million by offering 6.3 million shares, somewhere between 11 and 13 bucks. Most of these don't interest me. Fender Musical Instruments, they've been around forever. I'm wondering why they're going public. Iconic guitar brand used by beginners, professionals, and an array of top artists. Plans to raise $150 million by offering 10.7 million shares at a price range of 13 to 15 million. I think the Obama administration raided them not too long ago because they had the wrong kind of wood. They didn't like that they had redwood, which I think you have to pretty much use to make guitars out of. Five Below. This store is like a $5 store for under the 16 crowd. Kind of weird. I've never seen one. People have talked to me about it, but apparently you can go in there and buy a bunch of stuff for $5, and you go in there, you think you're going to buy $5 worth of stuff, or one thing, and you buy 20, 30 bucks worth of stuff. But a lot of stuff aimed at teenagers. Raising $125 million by offering 9.6 million shares. We'll be right back. 12 to 14 bucks.
Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and the Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, first Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when temporary market spikes move against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the advantage of keeping your trades open even when the market temporarily spikes against you. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique short-term binary options that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
And we were talking about IPOs this week. We got 5 of them. All of them looked to price on Thursday. Last I looked, there's actually 2 I'm going to give you warnings on. The first one is Kayak Software. They've been trying to go public for maybe 2.5 years. They are yet another travel site. Apparently they are going to price and try to go out on Friday. I suspect this is another Groupon. It's got a lot of problems from management to the ethics of the company in this IPO. Everything about it tells me that you need to be extremely wary about this particular one. Maybe, if you can short it in 90 days, maybe it's one of those stocks you really want to look at as a short opportunity into lockup in 180 days. Probably not a real move right off the bat, but going to try to raise $82 million by offering 3.5 million shares, somewhere between $22 and $25. I just don't see it All the red flags are out there on this one. There's another one that doesn't come public this week that they're trying to get out. It's Auto Trader. Those folks already, I think, loan themselves $400 million so that they actually could go ahead and already pay themselves before the IPO, which is really bizarre. That makes it gives me all kinds of bad feelings all over the place. That's Auto Trader. And I don't know when that comes out, but we're starting to see a few of these pop back up that are pretty horrible. Palo Alto Networks may be a hot one. You'll have to keep an eye on this one. They make a new kind of firewall product. They're going to try to raise $220 million by offering 6.2 million shares, somewhere between $34 and $37. PANW again is start trading Friday. Keep a close eye on this one. This one maybe, if you want to trade it intraday, I don't recommend many. In fact, the last one I played was so long ago, it was 2 years ago. There are just not many out there that are probably worth playing. This one may be a great intraday trader out here. It's got a lot of sex appeal in the industry, but I don't know if I could carry it overnight, but maybe a great one for day traders, especially on the first day of trading. I think that they may be pushing this one, so keep a close eye on it. Last bit of news out here that was at least interesting to me. Over the weekend at the air show, Reaction Engines showed the first combination, both jet and high-speed engine, like a Mach 25. The problem has been, like the space shuttle when it comes in, you see all the fire around it at super high speeds, like Mach 25. The air hitting anything, of course, turns it super hot. You've got to cool all that air down before you can get it into a jet engine. This engine is both a jet and a rocket engine. And they're looking to make this kind of the engine of the future for all the kind of near space launches for satellites and recreational people looking to get into it. So we see a lot of those kind of I don't know, pie in the sky looking things that like the Virgin Airlines guys doing. Apparently the key to getting this all done was a pre-cooler. You need to cool that air down before you get it back into the jet engines at Mach 25, which is, and apparently the way you do this is a lot of these pre-coolers, they have liquid hydrogen in them or liquid nitrogen in them, but apparently each one of these can drop the temperature by about 100 degrees Celsius per stage, and they've shown this to actually work. So kind of interesting. We might actually see a lot more private space stuff come along with technology like this making its way out of R&D. Microsoft today is announcing Office 15. The reports are that this new suite will be introduced as a consumer preview sometime this summer. My little birdie says somewhere around the third week of August. They will also have versions for Windows 8. Of course, that'll be their tablet, and Windows 8, the desktop, and a version for Apple's iPad, and a version that runs, again, on apparently on Android. So I don't know when the Android one's coming out. My understanding is that first the version for Windows 8 comes out, very shortly after that, maybe a couple weeks, the iPad version, and then maybe months later the Android version of it. But they've got a blog on it. We'll be showing some of this. You'll probably start seeing this in the news over the next couple of days. But Microsoft's got their PR engine going about as good as they've ever had it going, and look for all their new products to be rolled out this fall. I'm not a big fan of being short Apple or Microsoft or Intel. Probably through the rest of this year. We may have some big pullbacks. In fact, we saw a lot of people over the weekend in the street starting to move their GDP numbers back from 2.5% and 3% to 1%. So the street people are actually starting to forecast that we're going to in a recession. Iran is fairly toothless. We talked I think about it in March. That is that there was a big pipeline going across the Strait of Hormuz. It is now fully 100% in use. And Iran is rather toothless. They could cut off pretty much all the action across the Strait of Hormuz, and they could still pipe via those pipelines all the oil they need to and not go through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's still kind of doing some saber rattling. There's one more little part of the plan for this pipeline. It actually would take it all the way to the Red Sea. And depending on how much they shake the proverbial saber, the Saudis may go ahead and put in that last little, I think it's about a 100-mile segment. They could do it in about 6 months, but that would mean that they could totally get all the oil out without ever going in the water all the way to the Red Sea, and pretty much excluding air cover and jet cover, pretty much keep it totally out of the realm unless Iran physically attacked one of their neighboring countries. But kind of interesting. Let's see what else we have here. On Wednesday's show, I will have at the bottom of the hour a special guest, Andrew Bloom. He's written a really nice book. Been a pretty good technology writer, but he's written a book called Tubes, Journey to the Center of the Internet. If you've ever really wondered how this worked, you wanted to invest in companies that that deal with the Internet, he gives you a pretty basic understanding of how a lot of this works and how it hooks up without any big numbers or words, but probably going to be the go-to book if you want to invest in that kind of technology, but very simple. He'll be on in the second part of the hour on Wednesday, so look forward to him. Next Wednesday, on the 25th, I'm going to have John McCormick. He's written a book called 9 Algorithms That Changed the Future. He explains how your cell phone, laptop, tablets, and other computers do all the amazing things they do. Again, no big words, no big numbers. Very easy and accessible way of understanding how all these technologies work, especially if you want to understand what kind of technology you're investing in. So we'll have both of those. Oh, let's see if I've got anything else. That's pretty much it. Now, we had a question in the den about Apple, which we're going to go to from Nancy. Again, you can call me at 877-927-6648, and I appreciate it if you would. Kind of a quiet day out here, at least mostly quiet. I can smell the quietness. Anyway, pretty quiet day out here, especially light volume. The question in the den was, what are your thoughts on Apple into earnings next week? Do you think it will pull back from here as a breather? Also, will it mimic last quarter trading pattern prior to earnings? I have no idea. The chart would suggest that we have a test probably of the previous high after earnings at 644. The thing that would scare me from being short this is the day that they start talking about how many millions of iPads they shipped into China. They haven't been able to ship any iPads into China because of the lawsuit over the iPad name. Now that they will be able to actually ship these, they settled it, 8-10 days ago. Who knows whether or not they're going to put those numbers in the last part of this month, if they're going to announce that they've already sold them, if they're going to release it on the day of earnings in China. As a cult stock, these are very hard to actually ever trade because fundamentals probably don't mean a whole lot. It depends on whether or not you've got a huge short position and they can dump out enough news to rocket this thing. I would suggest, though, that they're going to sell enough in China in the first couple of days when they release this, and they could probably release it any day now. But they may announce it on their earnings day. I suspect that, if they say that, yeah, we shipped 5 million iPads in China in the first 5 days or something, then you're going to see 644 on this thing with a bullet. I wouldn't be short it. And, the energy has not been up very strong like the rest of the market. But if the market stays flat here, I'd say 644 on this thing on earnings. But this depends. Don't know enough about their internals to know whether they're going to ship all those iPads in China. They've certainly been using a lot of effort up on shipping to third world countries. I don't know exactly how much volume is in that either. Till we probably get the earnings, we don't know. But my guess is that they probably selling what they are in the United States into a lot of countries we've never thought about. I know they went to Chile and a lot of South American countries, going into some African countries. Not as huge as this market, but certainly, I think they've got a big enough market to go after that could duplicate the size of the U.S. and Europe market by specializing in those smaller little markets. And I think at least they're going to make their earnings on those numbers, and just depends on whether or not they actually start pumping out those Chinese ones, because literally they could dump 1 million of them and sell 1 million of them in one day. And then 5 days they could sell 5 million of them. When you've got 1.2 billion people, it doesn't really take all that much to sell 1.2 billion. And of course, they have not been able to get it because, of course, of that lawsuit. So I hope that helps you. Unfortunately, you don't know what they're going to say and when they're going to say it. And as a PR engine, that's the hardest thing, is they work fairly closely with their brethren on the street to make sure this thing is constantly hyped correctly. So I would probably err on the side of 640 as a double top. And if you get very light volume there and the market starts to crumble and pull back, I think maybe we can actually see maybe some kind of massive market pullback, which there's a good chance of now, with GDP going to 1% and the dollar being strong. We still see, what are we off now? $83.21 on the dollar today, off 26 cents. Not a big move out here, but I think we can continue to see the dollar strengthen, the euro weaken. I wouldn't see any problem with this actually popping up to 640 and making a nice double top, setting up a huge trading range from 644, maybe 650 probably, because it's probably going to run a little higher than that high and run any stops above the previous high, and back down to probably 533. So you may have a $100, $120 trading range in Apple. But we'll have to see how they report earnings. Too many unknowns. We are going to look at some stocks here. The first one I wanted to look at was Broadcom. Some of these stocks not looking too bad down here at the lows, but certainly, these things should be popping right out of these lows, and they are not. You get 2-3 days of lows out here on light volume. You need the market to take off, and what are we, flat here with, let me check one more time here. Again, you can give me a call, 877-927-6648, and we'll be glad to talk to you about any stock you want to. But what do we got here? 1.87 billion shares. Market is crawling along. We're basically flat, 1355 on the S&P. Just not giving any kind of sign that we're wanting to go much higher. Could we drift to 1370? Yeah. But, on this volume right now, with the IPOs coming on this Friday, I suspect that the best we can hope for is some kind of flat market. And right now, if you look at the options, they're probably telling you that 1350 is where this market wants to expire on Friday. As you go into August, a lot of the long-term options show that people are looking for somewhere around 1280 for options expiration in August. So a lot of people are worried about probably not the next 5 days, but certainly in the next 45. So we'll continue looking at it. Hope that helped out Nancy in the den. We'll be back a little bit longer. We'll talk a little bit more about Broadcom here.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market, something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
As we come back, I'm going to go through a couple of charts that all give me kind of pause, especially on an options expiration week where we had some nice bounces. First one was Broadcom. Let me go back to that. We've got, some of these stocks kind of bouncing off lows and the volume is getting lighter, but we should probably, if the market was going to rocket out of here, we probably should have seen some volume in these things starting to move out. On Broadcom BRCM, we're down at $30.95 on May 24th, 10 million shares. We got to 7.5 million shares, down below it, closed back above it, but we're down below it again today on light volume. Normally, especially options expiration, you should see people starting to dip back in here. The one that I had up here was Maxim Integrated Products. I'm seeing a lot in the semiconductors right now that are showing these low-level, low-volume lows. Certainly, I'm not going to short them. But normally, you get this light volume, and it doesn't take but a day or two to pop out of here, especially on a bias with expiration week going on. On Maxim MX IM, we see the June 4th low at $24.10. 3.9 million shares. Tried to get in it on June 26th. Quite couldn't get there, about 12 cents higher on 2.4 million shares. Certainly went below it and below it again today. Just not a whole lot of volume, about 1 million shares so far today. But these things, this is a perfect pattern to buy if we do actually get some kind of juice out of here. These are perfect patterns. The problem is I should have been buying them, and the market should have been off to the races. Especially, we should have seen some strength in a lot of other ones, and that they kind of don't bark. Gives me a lot of pause. I've been watching them. I haven't seen a lot of people stepping in to start buying them. Cree got another one kind of like that. Same kind of chart. High volume low, low volume test. Cree, we saw the June 4th low, $27.56 with almost 4 million shares. Got into it with half that on July 12th. Really looks like you've got some little bottoms developing, but the last 2 days, that should be a good signal there that everybody should be stepping in and buying. Just having little or if any motion in this market. We should see volume picking up in the broad markets if this is low. Now, maybe these things just go sideways. Maybe they're done going down. But I would love to see the market actually getting that kind of look. We see, we talked about Clack. Here's another one, Click. Same kind of thing. Light volume low on July 26, 1.9 million shares. We go into July 12th. Get way below it. Of course, close back above it, but certainly half the volume, but no real follow-through on there. One of the other ones kind of caught my eye is these overseas shipping companies. Starting to see some kind of low getting ready to develop in them. And I'm thinking maybe that's what we're going to see. Certainly need a test of the March 6th low on OSG. $7.86, 1 million shares. We've had, 500,000 shares, 300,000 shares, 225,000 shares today. Kind of into that candle, but certainly haven't touched the low. And I'd love to see this thing test the low. I'd love to be positive and I'd love to go long. There's something nagging in the back of my brain here. Just says we've got something to watch out for, and that is that we popped up here and we've had these extremely light volume days. In fact, let me redo this just one last time here. Oh, see if I can get back up here and take a look at this volume before we go. 1.9 million shares. I mean, this is just vapor-like volume. Off 2 on the S&P. Hard to think that you could be long here. I could see people saying that you just wanted to be totally out of this market. I'm going to remain short, sit here, think that we've got 1350 or lower and see some of these stocks roll over before Friday. We'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great week.